I'm very pleased to welcome the Executive Director of the Coachella Valley Volunteers in Medicine, Doug Morin, who is here to talk about the big Vimmy Awards, which are upcoming on the 13th of November. This is your biggest fundraiser of the year.
Right.
And you pair that with your traditional wine auction, so it's a great auction event, but also a great opportunity to honor some people within the organization.
Yeah. So a couple of years ago, we realized that there were a lot of people in the community who were doing some wonderful things in healthcare, but also just generally for the whole community. And we wanted to recognize those individuals. And the first person that came to mind was the founder of our clinic, who's been involved with hospitals in the valley, in restaurants. He's been involved in a number of philanthropic causes over in the Los Angeles area, a veteran before that, just a wonderful guy, Dr. Ron Hare. And we wouldn't be here today without him. And we thought, you know, after 10 plus years of having the clinic open, it's time that we recognize that and say thank you very much. So we brought that in as the Vimmy Award, VIM, Volunteer in Medicine Award, and we joined it with the Wine Lovers Auction.
And this is all taking place at Thunderbird Country Club, and there's still some tickets available.
There's a few tickets, yeah.
It's going to be a fun event. Karen Devine, from right here at KESQ News Channel 3, is going to be the MC, and I'm going to be the auctioneer. I'm going to be the one making sure that you bid early and often on some great items, not just wine, but we've got trips, we've got vacation packages, all kinds of good stuff. And it's all to support the Volunteers in Medicine. You guys are the only free clinic in the entire Coachella Valley, and I think some people still forget that we have a lot of people, working people, who still cannot afford things like insurance premiums or deductible cost, and that's where you guys step in and fill that gap. That's
exactly right, Patrick. There are so many, roughly around 40-some thousand people in this valley that do not have health insurance. So, and 60% of our patients that we see at the clinic are employed, self-employed or employed part-time or full-time. And they're either not offered insurance, health insurance, through their employer, or they just simply can't afford to buy it. We have individuals who the head of the household maybe have insurance through their employer, but the rest of the family doesn't because they can't afford to purchase it. So we see those family members and make sure that they're healthy. You know, healthcare is so important. It affects every aspect of our life, our work, you know, our ability to work, our ability to go to school, our ability for family, friends. We learned it really well this last, 18 months or so with COVID, the impact that, poor health or not coming into contact with some virus or whatever can cause, and how debilitating it can be for everyone.
And it's also important to point out the volunteers, your doctors are volunteers, and they come in and provide their time and services for free, but all of the other costs associated with healthcare add up, and that's what you're raising money to. X-rays, medicine, diagnostics, blood work, all of that stuff you can't get for free, but you've got to provide these services to these patients who can't otherwise afford it.
Right, and that's the thing that I think a lot of people don't realize, you're right, is that sure, we talk about coming in and not having to pay for a visit with a physician, but if that physician needs lab tests or x-rays or any of that stuff, we pay for that. So there is no insurance to bill, and we don't get reimbursed from any insurance company or Medi-Cal, Medicare, any of those traditional sources. So that's why we need the money to do what we do.
It is a great organization, and we could really use your support, and I would love to see you on the 13th. Thunderbird Country Club, the 2021 Vimmy Awards and Wine Lovers Auction. It starts at 5 o'clock with a festive cocktail hour. All the proceeds benefit the Coachella Valley Volunteers in Medicine. If you'd like to join us, wineloversauction.com, or give us a call, 760-342-4414. We'll hope to see you on the 13th. It's going to be a very, very fun evening for a great cause. Doug, always a pleasure.
Thank you, Patrick.